This is your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. If there's one thing that's at the center of our country's being, at the core of our essence, like the tarnished and singed gold coins that make up Tim Geithner's soul, it's our belief in voting. One person, one vote. It's the heart of our democracy. You take away our free and fair elections, and we don't have a whole lot else to show you. It's kind of like if Hooters declared they were going to replace their top-heavy waitresses with senior citizens on Razor scooters. Sure, you could still enjoy the chicken wings, but no one would be dying to go there on a Friday night. And that's why we should all give a that in the 2012 election, we will have no idea who won. It could be Obama, it could be Mitt Romney, it could be Ron Paul's nipple hairs. You won't know. You won't know. 90% of the votes cast in 2012 will be counted in secret by computers programmed by a few corporations with ties to extremist political and religious groups. And the funny thing is, if this were a sporting event instead of a presidential election, the country would never stand for this. Just imagine if they announced that the last 5 minutes of the World Series would be played at a black site in Pakistan with no reporters and no video. All the crazy fans would be chloroformed and all the deranged announcers would be rounded up and shot. Okay, that in and of itself doesn't sound like a bad thing, but seriously, imagine if they did that. If they decided the Super Bowl in secret and then an old guy walked out and said, "Trust me, the Detroit Lions won." The country would go nuts. The country would go Charlie Sheen in line for 5 hours at the DMV crazy. Bricks thrown through windows, riots in the streets. It would make Occupy Wall Street look like a Pilates retreat. It would be chaos. If it were a NASCAR event decided at a top secret facility, hicks and rednecks would storm the gates and hurl goats at the owners or whatever rednecks do when they're angry. But when it comes to our elections, we seem to be okay with a faith-based system. We'll take your word on this one. Big corporations have lied to us every step of the way, but we'll trust you to be kind to the core of our democracy. This is like that guy ripping out that dude's still beating heart in Indiana Jones. And rather than fighting to take our heart back, we've said to the man who's laughing like Charlie Manson watching Deer Hunter and holding our heart at the same time, we've said, okay, you can borrow it, just take good care of it. And even if we did trust those companies for some reason, we have more to worry about than just them. Bev Harris at blackboxvoting.org hacked into a Diebold ballot counter with a monkey. I'm not kidding. There's video. Google it. So now anyone can up our elections, even the animal kingdom. And don't think they don't want to. That animal kingdom's been gunning for us for ages. Remember that killer whale that ate that person a few years back? Yeah, I rest my case. And there are ways to fix this. The easiest one is a new technology developed by the smartest minds at MIT. It allows every single man and woman to cast a vote that can be observed by all and counted in public. So even if there is fraud, the fraud can be discovered and fixed. This new device is as light as a piece of paper and as easy to use as a pencil. And most importantly, it can't be hacked by foreign governments or anarchist squirrels. We need to insist that every election use this device. It's called paper. It's paper. We should use paper. Paper ballots. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, paper? Isn't that the thing I use to wipe my That sounds repulsive. Yes, but that's a different kind of paper. You're thinking of tissue paper. This other type of paper will allow us to put our heart back in our chest and will actually stop corporations and right-wing lunatics from wiping their with our democracy. Besides, this may be the only way to stop the kitten alliance in this country from hacking into our voting machines and placing their own kitten leader into the presidency. And you'll wish you stopped this when you're watching CNN and you see written across the screen, "Can I has presidency? Mr. Snickers Face is the new president-elect." I'm Lee Camp, and that's been your Moment of Clarity. If you'd like to play Moment of Clarity for free on your radio show, your podcast, your video blog, whatever, email me at leecampmail, M-A-I-L, @gmail.com. Thanks a lot. You believe, I believe this right now, right here. Not about us dying in a million years. Stop allowing them to build up your fears. I don't know about y'all, know what
you believe, I believe this right now.